Now, the way to solve the problem today is to simply sell 51% of it to an American entity with the guarantee to Congress that all the servers are stateside. The actual logistics is here. Everybody gets to stay on TikTok, including AOC. She can keep putting out that propaganda there. That's not a problem. You know, I think she's a very popular politician, and she's successful. I don't agree on her policy, but I don't want to shut her voice down. That's not what we do here in America.
Here we have some comment about the video. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram all sell our information. All the servers are already stateside. Why do they have to sell 51%? Mr. Wonderful didn't do his research. TikTok already kept his server with Oracle after Trump forced them to sign a deal. This has nothing to do with sensitive data. Lost respect for this man. He used to be bold and frank, but he's sold out. How about asking Apple, Tesla, and Microsoft selling the share 51% over to the other side? I don't know, bro. No, I don't agree. Why in the heck would they want to sell it to our corrupt government? I don't know, bro. You tell me.
I voted no on the TikTok ban, but it passed the House. Now the Senate is considering it. Senators need to know that you can't ban the free speech of 170 million Americans. You can't take away the livelihood of Americans. And you can't be a politician on this app looking for votes and then vote to ban the app.
I can't afford a home. I don't feel safe. Groceries are way too expensive. My entire neighborhood is filled with homeless people. Best I can do is ban TikTok.
America should be feeling humiliated right now. China made an app so popular that the government has to ban it. That means communist China beat free market America at capitalism, all right? That's like your whole thing, America, and you lost. This is as bad as that time that Asian dude won the hot dog eating contest 6 times in a row. China beat us so bad at mindless entertainment, we need the government to save us. Oh no, TikTok's too popular. Now we're addicted to our phones that are also made in China.
What choice do our leaders have here? China's using TikTok to influence people.
Oh, trust me, I know. Before I used TikTok, I was a white guy in Iowa named Mike Sullivan, okay? Look at me now.
Wait, is that true?
Is that true? No, you idiots. That's just how susceptible we all are to misinformation. And it doesn't matter what app you use, okay? I wouldn't be surprised if the next election is swung by Uber Eats. Like, here's your spaghetti, vote for Donald Trump. Okay, I will. Whatever you say, Mr. Spaghetti.
Hey, Ronnie, you're not being fair. Americans aren't gullible. It's that TikTok is an incredibly powerful tool for spreading misinformation.
Yeah, because that misinformation is entertaining. Facebook has just as much misinformation, but it's boring as shit. How am I supposed to get behind conspiracies that come from your great aunt who can't even pop and lock?
Here we have some comment about the video. I never would have saw this if it wasn't for TikTok. The irony of watching this on TikTok. The government is just mad that we found out stuff going on in this world faster than the news can tell us. Also watching this on TikTok is because they are not making money off of TikTok. They have no control over it. Yeah, I think that's the case, bro. So what you think about it? Let me know in the comment down below.
Everyone's talking about the TikTok ban, but nobody's talking about how fucking embarrassing it is to be an American right now. I feel like no one has really sat and taken the time to conceptualize that a bunch of expired retirement home patients all gathered in a room can never agree. But when it comes to banning the fucking Renegade app is the one time that they decide to like unite forces and come together. You know, when the homelessness rates are going up, people can't even freaking feed their kids. The government's just like, okay, maybe later. But when it comes to fucking TikTok, are you kidding me? Like, massive genocides. They're like, okay, that's a tomorrow problem. But they can push this shit through faster than EDP went to the donut shop. And my favorite thing in the entire big wide world is when boomers are like, China's stealing all your information. As a freaking meta, the #1 information stealer out there is like keeping them safe or something. Like the same boomers that do that will fill out like the fucking 40 question Facebook questionnaires about like their favorite color and their maiden name and how many kids they have and shit. If you think this genuinely has anything to do with national security, you are sadly mistaken. We claim to be a democracy, but the one thing that the US government loves is being in control. And that's one thing that they cannot tolerate not having. Because people are finally finding a way to beat the system. People are finding a way to make a living without paying thousands and thousands of dollars of student loans and being in debt for the rest of their life. People are becoming successful outside of their college 9-to-5 work plan, which literally 99% of the people I know who graduated college cannot even find a job, mind you, and when they do, it doesn't even pay enough to survive on. They want their cut. They've wanted their cut for like 5 years now. But most importantly, all they want is control. It's getting to the point where like the amendments mean nothing. Like the government can take away a literal app on our phones and we're supposed to believe we're free? There's like grown men on the dark web, like making red rooms, like live streaming actual violent crimes, and we're taking away the clock app. No, like this whole situation is actually embarrassing. I'm so embarrassed to be an American. Like imagine telling a pilgrim this. I love you, Hobknockers, and I'll see you in the next one.
Here we have some comment about the video. This is so real. Like we're about to ban TikTok, but people are dying. I'm so happy I'm in Canada right now. You say everything I was thinking. As a nurse, don't insult my patient like that. Come to Canada. We will welcome you with open arms.
When am I going to get paid for the data that you are selling or you're getting revenue from advertisers? When am I going to get paid for the data you're getting from my children, my grandchildren, my neighbors? I think that's the only way to get your attention is talk about the money you're making, and maybe that'll get you all to do what you're supposed to do.
I respect and understand your opinion. The vast majority of our users have a great experience. I sent a video recently as well. I got hundreds of thousands of comments.
But what am I getting? It's a great experience.
Here we have some comment about the video. I never collected check from Facebook or Instagram. When will I get my check with all my data Mark Zuckerberg has on me? TikTok is a community, not an app. Has anyone get a check from Facebook or Instagram? What is he worried about getting paid for? Is it what it's about? After claiming it's about safety? So they want to ban TikTok, all because they are not getting paid? That's crazy, bro. What you guys think? Let me know in the comment down below, bro, because this is suspicious.
TikTok gets banned in America, it's actually a good thing for us because everyone's gonna be confused where all the attention goes. I'll give you a bigger one. Forget about TikTok. If all 9 social networks disappeared tomorrow, I would be thrilled because the attention has to go somewhere. I'm not emotional about the distribution product. I'm emotional about common sense and attention. Social media just happens to be the place where the attention is now. If this was a 1968 conversation, I would be screaming at the top of my lungs about how important television commercials are. Anytime there's a shift of attention, we have grown.
I don't understand why TikTok is getting banned, but Meta can collect and sell our data to anyone, anywhere. He probably has stock in Meta and Google. The bottom line is, TikTok is destroying the competition, and they can have it. Attention is currency. Yeah, bro. He will be thrilled, but the million who rely on it to pay the bill won't.
I have been screaming for so long about the TikTok ban that I am out of screams. This is me actually angry. 352 members of the United States House of Representatives voted to ban TikTok today. That's 81%. I want you to think about the last time you heard 81% of our Congress agreeing on anything. Think about anything for the last 4 years. 81%. Shit, to pick the Speaker of the House, it took 18 votes, and he barely got through. Remember that? Remember how many times this year alone, we've had to have votes for the Speaker of the House? But TikTok ban, they're right there. They are voting to ban the complaint box rather than listen to a single complaint on this app. They see us talking to each other. They see us seeing the humanity in each other's eyes. I don't care if you got a red hat or a fucking septum piercing. I hear your complaints and I see the world you're standing in. I'm not reading your tweet out of context. I'm listening to your voice. I've learned so much from this app over the last 2 years, and the biggest thing was to stop judging my fellow Americans like they are on some other team. We are all just countrymen walking around together. We're all just people trying to get to the end of the day. We're all trying to make enough money so we can raise our kids, kiss them on the forehead, and hope that when we send them to school, they come home tomorrow. That's all we want. And instead, has our Congress done anything to move forward on a Voting Rights Act? No. To make sure women can have health care? No. Maternity leave? No. The minimum wage has been stuck at the same amount for 15 years. Have we moved forward on any of these things? No. But we can get 81% of the most corrupt to walk around directly from their country clubs to go to their government job with their government paycheck, with their government car that I fucking paid for. And they can go onto the floor of the House of fucking Representatives that we all paid for and tell us, no, we're doing it to protect your data. We're doing it because we're worried about the algorithm. Meanwhile, my data has been stolen 16 times in the last 5 years. You want to know how I know that? Because I've been in 16 class action lawsuits about my stolen data that I didn't even know was stolen. One day I open the mail and there's a fucking mailer with a check for $5. Sorry, your fucking data got stolen. Your social security was found on the dark web because some chuckle fuck couldn't follow a goddamn regulation that was written in 1973. I am 39 years old. I have been told my entire life that we need 60 votes in this goddamn Senate. And they're about to find it. We didn't have 60 votes to protect any other shit. We got kids going to school every day, terrified they're not going to go home. We got kids not wanting to give up their phones, not because of TikTok, because they're worried if somebody comes into their school, they want to be able to call their parents to say goodbye. Any movement? Do we have 352 congressmen worried about that shit? No. But oh no, a bunch of tech bros want to buy up all the TikTok data and use it to train AI models to put more people out of work? No, put me in Congress. Fucking put me in Congress then. Write my name the in. I'll line up, I'll take all of their money. I'll take all that goddamn lobbyist money. And you know what? I'll make sure it says paid brand deal in the bottom corner. Because when you're an influencer, you have to disclose where the money comes from. But when you're a congressman, that's the price of freedom.
Here we have some comment about the video. He was in fact not out of scream. They don't represent us, they fear us. They don't like us talking too much and waking up. Taxation without representation. It's not about the app, it's about control of information. They couldn't come together for homeless crisis, healthcare, or inflation. Smash. When it comes down for me, bro, I don't know what they're doing. Inflation is a bigger deal than TikTok. Come on, man. Like, we're struggling to pay rent. And now we have to ban TikTok?
As a conservative from the great state of Texas, I am deeply concerned because every time I use the TikTok application, I am served nothing but dancing, homosexuals, fluffers, and drag queens. And I'd like you to explain right now how algorithms work.
You are gay.
Every time I use the TikTok application, I am served nothing but dancing, homosexual.
Hey Bella, how old are you?
12.
You want to explain to the congressman in Texas why his For You page is drag queens and homosexuals?
So your For You page is based on what you search, like, favorite, or what you watch the most. It's called For You for a reason. So what you been watching, buddy?
And it's also not TikTok. It's called TikTok.
The crazy part is that the congressman didn't realize that he's exposing his For You page statistic to the people around the world. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. She's smarter than a politician. He told everyone he's very interested in that. Damn, bro. Confession of a congressman. He just told everyone what he watched the most. Crazy, bro. Crazy.
When you search up TikTok ban on Google, this is the first thing that comes up. TikTok CEO grilled by skeptical lawmakers. If you watched a second of the congressional hearing, you would know that the TikTok CEO was not grilled. In fact, he was the one grilling Congress. But right now, every news station is spreading this blatant lie. And for some reason, they're all specifically using the word grilled in their headlines. But this isn't the first time the news has done this.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
The sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish things they are true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Wake up, it's in front of your face. The same company that owns Facebook, owns Instagram, pays off politicians, and also owns the news. This isn't some conspiracy theory. The information is literally all over the internet. Look up who owns these companies. You think Mark Zuckerberg owns Facebook? Wait till you figure out that he literally only owns 13% of it. If you were educated, you would know this, but you've been programmed to believe certain things. You've been told half-truths, and it's called deception. You are a slave to the system, but you're told that you live in a free country. Because if you knew you were a slave, you would rebel, so why would they tell you? Instead, they own the media, they own the news, they own everything with the priority of keeping you distracted. I'm not even in favor of TikTok, but you need to wake up to the reality of the situation.